Good afternoon, YouTube, and welcome to Season 3, Episode 3, where we are taking on Chelsea Football Club in a rematch of last year's FA Cup semi-final. This is a big match for us because it will hopefully show exactly where we sit in the league. Our form has remained inconsistent. I'll show you that in a minute. So a test against a good opponent like Chelsea will hopefully give me a better grounding of exactly where we're going to land by the end of this season. Now, if you're liking what you're seeing at the minute and you're enjoying the Norwich City save as much as I am, then please do take a minute to like and to subscribe to the channel. It really makes a big difference to me, along with all of your comments, which have all been so gratefully received. Thank you very much for that, and continue to support the channel, and I'll continue to produce the videos. Thanks again.
Baseline back around again.
So I've spoken about our inconsistent form, and this is exactly what I mean. You've just seen 3 games and the highlights from them, but they only tell part of the story. After beating Midtjylland 4-1, we went on to beat Brentford 3-0 in the Premier League a few days later, followed up by a further match in the Europa League against Zenit St. Petersburg. We then played Leeds United and got a 0-0 draw away from home to them, which actually not a bad result considering Leeds are actually first in the Premier League table at the moment. So a 0-0 draw against the team currently running away with the Premier League is a good result in my book. We then played Man United and lost 2-0 in the 4th round of the EFL Cup, which, I'll be blunt, I played a second string side for, and then beat Tottenham 2-0, a match that you've seen the highlights for. We played very well there with Calvert-Lewin getting back to scoring, and Elias Abuchaka, no idea who that guy was, scoring in the 74th minute to seal our victory at White Hart Lane at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. We then took Manchester City to Carrow Road, where we drew 2-2 to them, Calvert-Lewin and Castrati granting us a 2-2 draw, and then played Wolfsburg, where we were the dominant side and lost 1-0. If you want to see how dominant we were, this gives you an idea. If you can just see this graph in the top right hand corner, that shows you that we had an XG of 1.71, with this graph showing you exactly how our XG went through the match. And Wolfsburg in black, you can just about see down here, 0.48 their total XG. So for them to come away with a goal scored by Jeremy Boga in the 31st minute, and for us not to have a goal scored at all for the entire match, was a really big blow. And I can only put this down to our front line, which was pretty much ineffective really the entire match. Elena 6.5, Buendia 6.5, Castrati 6.8, Calvert-Lewin 6.6, and Pepe 6.3. All of them failed to produce the goods in this match and need to take their share of the blame. So we're playing now Chelsea in the Premier League in a match that's going to be televised and is away from home as well. So as I say, it's a really good indicator of exactly how good we are. So this is the team that's going to be playing Chelsea for us. We've got in goal Tim Ronning, on the right Max Aarons, on the left Xavi Quintilla. Emerson is currently being rested after playing a lot of football already this season. Meffam is the right central defender. Diakite as the left central defender, and a rare start for him. Elena playing attacking playmaker in the middle of central midfield, and Skip playing that defensive role as central midfielder. Castrati is going to be the winger on the right. Guri is going to be the inside forward on the left. And of course, Emi Buendia running through the middle, creating havoc as he goes. Hopefully, providing the ammo needed for Dominic Calvert-Lewin, our £40 million striker, to continue to score up front. He's done quite well for us so far. 7 goals in 10 games with a 7.05 average rating, but he can do better. So we are into the match now. We've got the fancy graphics which accompany any TV matches, and you can see the team lining up as described. Chelsea, they're a side who are doing very well. They are 4th in the league, ahead of our 6th place in the league. They have just the 1 point more than us at the moment, though. So a win here could see us overtake them and get into those Champions League spots. And you look at Chelsea's lineup, they have some very good players. Geronimo Rulli is now their goalkeeper. Jules Koundé is their right back. I've been interrupted for a corner. Kante now on the ball as he counter-attacks for Chelsea. Kante must now be like ancient, but Tim Ronning is able to get a hand to the ball and it's put out for a throw-in. But I was just going through the Chelsea lineup to say that they are a side who have got some very good players. Oh my goodness me. Amin Guri on the left with a free header, which he should have done so much better with. Oh my goodness. So we are probably the second best team here at the moment. Definitely Chelsea have the better of us, but we're still getting our chances. Now Memphis Depay tries to play a cross in, but that gets blocked. Lucas Digne crosses the ball and there's a shot which is just wide of the bar. So we now pick the ball back up. Emi Buendia to Meffam. Meffam shoots, and there's a goal for Chris Meffam, his 2nd goal of the season. And you can see that the assists is now noted on the matchday graphics, which is very nice. So we can see who the assister was. So that's a change from the winter update, for which this is the first game I am playing. Well, that's a fantastic goal overall there. I'm very pleased with that. Put us 1-0 up in a match which perhaps we should not be ahead in. We have been the side that are very much under the cosh at the moment, and De Jong continues that theme. He dribbles the ball, puts a wonderful cross in, which Havertz meets, but is unable to do anything with. Just going to change that back to Norwich stats. We've still got the stats and the formation there, so I'm quite happy with that. Change that a little bit. So at the minute, our average rating for the team is slightly higher than Chelsea's average rating, which is good. We haven't got anybody who is particularly poor at the moment, so we'll carry on as before. We're 1-0 up after all. As I say, we're doing more, I think, with our opportunities. We've got more on target than they do, even though we have fewer shots. So things are looking okay for the moment. I expect a better Chelsea side in the second half. I think they'll come out with a bit more fire in their bellies. So to that end, I'm going to tell the lads I'm happy with them and send them straight back out as before. I'm tempted to leave things as they are. I'm seeing Emi is somebody who's looking tired already, so maybe we'll give him another 10 minutes or so and see what we can do to change that up. Diakite plays the ball out to the right there. A wonderful passing ball. Castrati then on Calvert-Lewin gets on the end of the Castrati cross and puts it beyond Rulli to make it Norwich 2, Chelsea 0. What a wonderful, wonderful goal that was. Going to watch it again. Castrati takes it to the byline almost and plays it across where Calvert-Lewin is waiting at the near post, and Rulli actually goes down a bit too soon for me. If he'd have made himself big and stood up, that would have been better. But there we go. We are 2-0 up. And I think we're going to Do I want to take Buendia off? I mean, he's an important player. Who have I got on the bench? It would be either Cantwell or Pepe. I'm thinking... I think it's going to be Pepe, you know. Where is it? Hang on. Well, Cantwell's still the same star rating as Pepe is in that middle. What about... I've got an idea. Actually. Elena up to Pepe. We're going to put Menino on there. We're going to change that to box and see how that leads us. I'm also going to bring on Todd Guri. I think that makes us stronger. I'm going to drop to balanced. So Skip now with the ball. He's protecting that well. Passes it back to Metham. To Skip back to Metham. Then knocking the ball about neatly without losing it. Nicely done there, and Calvert-Lewin had the chance to run through, but it eventually comes to Castrati, who softly plays the ball to the Chelsea keeper. He should really have done better with that, and I'd have put money on him burying that because he's very good in one-on-one situations. So I think with a little bit of time left, we're going to look to run down the clock and look on and hold on to this lead. I'm actually going to leave that on. I'm going to take that off. So up the time wasting. I've dropped the team back and in transition, hold the shape, slow the pace down, roll it out. So that's everything I typically do when I'm looking to shut up shop. We are now approaching the end of this match. Quintia passes the ball in a throw in to Cantwell, and Cantwell plays a neat 1-2 there and runs with the ball. He shoots. Oh, that would have been goal of the season if Cantwell had run half the pitch and taken a shot from that far out. But I tell you what, it wasn't necessary. We won here convincingly against Chelsea, and I think that does pretty good things for our our league position. Top of the league. We've taken over Leeds. Just 12 games played, but I think this is a good place to end this particular episode. I tell you what, if you'd have offered me a 2-0 victory against Chelsea at the start of this episode, I would have bitten your hand off. We've done very well to get that result, and we're now looking onwards and upwards as we look to maintain this really decent league position despite our inconsistent form. Thanks for stopping by and watching this episode, and I hope you're enjoying the series as much as I am playing it. If you are, leave a like, please do subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. It really is great to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for your support so far. Take care, we'll see you next time.